What's up, Dragon Brood? Today, well, you're probably wondering like, why am I using different lighting and why does my camera look a little bit different and why I'm at a different angle? Okay, you probably aren't asking any of those things, but I'll tell you anyway. It's because I have a different setup today. I swapped my cameras so I can give you a better view with better visuals. It's kind of over here. No, it's not. It's over here. But you won't really see that since it's off camera. But the idea is so that way, y'all can peruse a collection with me. And I want to play a little game that maybe y'all can play along with in the comments. I'm going to try something new here today. Now, I usually buy a lot of collections, but during the pandemic, I've been buying less than normal. Partially because everybody's values are kind of all over the place right now, and you have situations where some people don't necessarily want to cooperate and safely make the exchange, or don't want to meet in places that are safe to make the exchange, so that makes it a little more difficult. As I find people, I definitely go meet them up, get their things, whatever. I had an interesting one today, and I haven't gone through the collection yet, and I figured, why not just do it on camera with y'all? Because you probably want to go through a collection. And if not, tell me in the comments down below that you could care less about seeing this again, and we won't do it. But if you like it, let me know, because then we might do it more often. Yeah, but as usual, remember to please like this video, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and I will get us moved over to the other view so we can start checking out some cards. Alright, so here's everything we're going to go through today. Now, let me say what, okay, I will tell you I saw like 3 cards that were worth like between $5 and $10, and then I saw the pile. And I just accepted the offer. The person, actually, they were asking for a little more. I talked them down a little bit because I couldn't see the rest of it, and made an offer and went and picked it up. So at this point, knowing that much information, why don't y'all pause the video, go, or even just listen to me while you go down in the comments and let me know initially what you think I paid for something like this. And then go back to your comment here later after we see the cards and tell me what you think I spent after you see it. And then when we get to the very end, I'll tell you what I actually spent on this collection. So let's get into it. I'm going to start with the deck boxes. Mostly because, in my experience, the deck boxes, I would say they set a tone for the collection, but they really don't. Like, they generally are super exciting or super disappointing. And usually, if I see really good stuff in the deck boxes, there's not going to be a lot in those other single row boxes. But if I see very little in the deck boxes, there's probably going to be very good stuff in the single row boxes. At least that's the way it's worked out before. Let me zoom this back in. Here we go. Give y'all a better view here. So we're going to go ahead and open this up. Let's get into box number 1. Oh, well, these don't even have sleeves, so we might be on the disappointing side of things. Let's get those out of there. My first thought is grabbing the cards. Condition feels kind of middling. Some, I mean, they're played in addition to some just being mint and crispy. So I expect that's going to be the trend through this collection. This is probably one that somebody actually played with and used. So we'll go through this and we'll see here what we've got. I'll go ahead and pull out all the rares and foils or playable cards. Because, you know, like Call the Death Dweller, totally worth going through. Offspring's Revenge, not a good card, but it is a rare. Dragon's a rare. Confounding Conundrum, not bad. Alright, so this is kind of like, sort of looks like it could be somebody's, like, bulk section. I don't know, Polar Inspiring Veteran. But so far, nothing real impressive here. Risen Reeve, Conclave Mentor, there's a foil. So, like, you kind of have to just go through when I'm checking out collections and just, oh, there's a Soaring Thought Thief. I had somebody ask for one of these in my Discord. So, hey, look, we found a Soaring Thought Thief for you. I'm going to set that aside. But, oh, yeah, there we go. Mythos and Destroy. All right. Oh, hey, all right. So, this tells us, as we're going through the type of cards we can expect to see in the rest of the collection. This is cool, though. We'll take that. This is unique. It's foil, so I guess I'll put it there. Not excited by the card, though. But, yeah, like, you find all types of things in collections, and you kind of have to have an open mind. Oh, well, okay, we found some playable cards. Oh, man, this reminds me. Outlast has to be one of the worst mechanics for deck building and constructed play that's probably ever existed in Magic. Just a rant I want to toss out there. Let me know in the comments. So what do you think is the worst constructed mechanic that's ever existed in Magic? I'd be curious what other people dislike. Drog Skull Captain, I'm not going to pull that aside. Alright, some Liliana's cards. There's a foil one. Azurite's experimental. Okay, there's a few things here. But they're not exciting, just at, a couple dollars here or there. So, pretty middling stuff so far. Nothing super impressive. It's Fairy's Protege. Meh. We'll set Ops aside, Cub Wardens. Okay, so here's some Ikoria stuff with the alternate art cards. Which I do like that style. It's just unfortunate a lot of the cards are not that good. Not that good. Anointer Priest, you can get a little bit for on some buy list every once in a while. The other thing too, and I may have brought this up on previous videos. Let me see if I can zoom this in a little bit more for y'all. One of the things is to be aware of what different places are buying cards for, or what cards they are buying. I think there's a lot of times people look at collections and just want to write off a whole bunch of stuff, not realizing that there are a lot of cards, especially commons and uncommons, that end up on buy list all the time. And admittedly, they may only be like 15 cents, 25 cents, 50 cents. But if you have enough of those, you start to add up very quickly. I have a lot of times where I have started to go through some bulk I have, and an hour later I have like $45, $50 worth of stuff off a buy list. And a lot of things end up in these bulk boxes like Abrades, from Amonkhet. And Abrades are like a $2 uncommon, right? So you'll see those on buy lists all the time for 50 cents, 75 cents a buck, sort of just depending. Oh, now this is interesting. There's some Modern Horizons in here. I was thinking this was all going to be like standard and commander stuff, but okay. So I'm gonna have to be aware of that. Looks like somebody had some commander decks. They're in here, so there's a lot of commander stuff, and that's fine. Like the other thing too, lots of commander cards sell. So when you see people selling commander bulk, if you can get a deal, pick it up. I mean, that stuff has value, believe it or not. I mean, it may look like junk. Like Manamorphose is still sought after, even though it got a recent reprint. But there's a lot of that stuff, that when you're buying collections, generally just gets looked at as being junk, but definitely has value. All right, so I don't know how to define this. Like, this was not great for that first deck box, but it wasn't bad. Like, there was actually a bunch of playable things in here. And the condition on a few of them are not good, but most of them are actually pretty solid. So I don't mind that too much. Like this is okay. And I'm only worried about condition on things I don't think I'm gonna play with, right? Things I'm gonna trade or sell, I want in the best condition. It's one of the things I do like about Cardsphere. I mean, shameless plug because they do sponsor my content, but you can set up the condition that the card is, so it makes it easier so whoever's buying it has like an expectation. And some people say, I just need one, I don't care a condition, right? And makes it easy. But there's some people that only want near mint ones or something. So I like that you can do that on the site. Let's see, Swords of Plowshares, we'll keep that. Yeah, this is like, I don't know, maybe this is a good sign, because if the people who own this kept their stuff separated, we may be seeing, oh, there's a foil Ancient Stirrings. The bulk that is in this collection, maybe? I mean, I'm trying to just size up what we can expect from the rest of this, but I'm not sure this is going to give us a clear picture necessarily. These full art lands, I don't know how I feel about these. I think I'm just going to pull them aside, and we're going to hold on to those. Don't know. There's so many of these that I don't know, but I'm going to go ahead and pull them apart anyway, because sometimes on places like Card Kingdom and whatnot, they'll buy the full arts, like 5 cents to 8 cents a piece or whatever, but, money's money. especially when you're talking about bulking out a collection sometimes. You can't really turn your nose up at it. Here's another foil rare. Some more Commander stuff. Alright. Verity Circle. I barely even remember that card. It's always weird when I'm going through collections and I'm like, that was a Magic card? Oh, yeah. Okay, well, we hit a couple of decent rares in there. I do like that. Okay. Here's an Ultimatum. More stuff from Commander. Demonic Embrace. Brave the Souls. Foil Fatal Push. That's cool. Heartless Act. Alright, so this wasn't too bad. Death's Oasis. Hooded Blightfang. Alright, I can get behind this. This actually, yeah, this is, oh man, Luminarch Aspirant. I'm going to need some of those for Constructed, so I'll probably be keeping that one. But yeah, this looks like we maybe hit, I'm going to save this because it's a, I don't know, maybe. I don't know. I don't think that's worth much, but I'm going to pull it aside anyway. Just being one of the Godzilla cards. But yeah, this might have just been somebody's bulk, and if it is, or what they considered bulk, that the rest might be pretty good. Just some foil tokens. I don't think I really need to pull off foil tokens. I think I pulled one earlier, but they don't really have value. Alright, so we kept quite a bit in that pile as well. So far, so good. That's the 2 deck boxes. So we're going to take all this, set it aside for the time being. You know what? I don't even want to look at that bad card on top. Let's put something fun up top. Let's put this Godzilla up there. Little baby Godzilla can sit on the top of the pile. While we get into the next box. Let's grab this one. One of them had sleeves. I'm going to grab the one that doesn't have sleeves on them because I'm going to set my hopes high that the one with sleeves has some good stuff in the sleeves. Alright, so let's grab this stuff out of here. Looks like it could be more bulk collection stuff. But, oh, actually, we'll see. Who knows? Alright. There's this. And then we'll grab this last bundle. Alright. Okay. Another thing. When you're going through collections and you see lands, you kind of want to go through all the lands. Because so many of them look similar. And some people bulk their lands together. Even though... Let me set these aside so I don't get these confused. Even though the other lands are rare, they sometimes just get bulked in. But here comes some more rares. Mostly what I would consider bulk, but that's a decent foil. Alright. This is a interesting pile of stuff, but even just at rare bulk prices, we might make enough at this rate. I say that. It's going to have to be quite a few. Eidolon, that's a rare. It's from Commander, but you know. Yeah, this is actually a good chunk of things here. More rares. All right. Not huge hitters here, but definitely keepable, usable stuff. And that's kind of what I look for. Like, even though we want, obviously, the high dollar things, you're hoping to score on some big stuff. At the end of the day, you want things that are tradable, sellable, you know, usable for yourself even, potentially. But that's more important to me in the end. Like, if it can't be a high dollar card, at least let it be something that people might want. Oh, that's Obosh. 9 lives. Hunted Nightmare, Ornrifus. Okay. These aren't bad. Their Absolution. Dire Tactics, I'll keep. What is that? Oh, that's from the guild kit thing. Forgot they did those. Alright, so that's the first part of what was in the box. Yeah, this actually has a lot of keepable things, surprisingly. Chandra's Mutt. What else do we got here? I was about to say, this is the first pile that's actually not yielding much of anything. But, you know, I didn't expect this to all be winners. Usually if people have collections that have a bunch of big stuff, they'll normally like let you know up front because they're going to try to maximize the amount of money they're getting. So I didn't have huge expectations out of this, but we'll see what we get. Maybe y'all would be disappointed in how much I paid for this. Oh, this is various tutelage. Sure, somebody wants those. Another classification. It's like the third one, and one or two of them were foil, I think. Alright. More foils hiding out in here. Dirge Bat isn't worth much. Liger, Song of Creation, Lenvala. Alright, so we had another section of foils and rares. Nope, there's Timoret. Ooh, that's cool. An alternate containment priest. Huh. Nope, wasn't expecting to find stuff like that in here. Sterix. But here we are. You never know what you're going to find. Navigator's Compass. Trying to keep an eye on some commons and uncommons people have requested from me too while we go through this. So if you see me, catch me kind of like doubling back a couple, I'm just like, if the artwork catches my eye and I thought it was something else, I may be trying to clear that so I can get it to somebody who can use it. Ghostly Prisons. Yeah, Ghostly Prisons. Propagandas. Always worth money. Always tradable. Always sellable. Those are not good rares. Nor is that. Okay. About a third of the way through what was in there. I'm trying to be quick about this so I'm not dragging the video out for like days. There's artifacts. So this is also somebody who looks like they, Sea Dasher Octopus, tried to organize their collection a bit. Ended up in a, they got multiples of these special lands. That's cool. Alright, wasn't expecting that. Getting some of these in foils, nice. Oh, alright, so we hit the land pocket, which has some pretty good value here. These are neat. Don't know what I'm going to do with those just yet. If you're interested, hit me up in the Discord. I'd sell them to a viewer instead of sending them to somebody, some stranger over on Cardsphere. But, yeah, this looks like a bunch of just gain lands, nothing too special there. Some foil ones, but that doesn't really get me going. I did say I was going to be pulling out those, so we'll set those aside. Alright. More of these. Oh, and foil ones even. Okay, that's cool. I mean, those are a few bucks a piece, so I don't hate that. A bunch of junky foils. A whole bunch of junky foils. More foil land. Alright, we must have reached some of the foil chunk of this collection. More special lands. I wonder how much they opened, because didn't these only come in... what's that were those? No, these were in M21. Okay, never mind. There's more of those than I thought there were. I was thinking it was something else. Alright. So funny, I'm pretty sure this used to be a rare, then it got downshifted. I'm gonna keep that Rimrock Knight, because there's people who can still use those. Lava Coil. Remember when I played that a lot in Standard? Not anymore. Oh, another Containment Priest. That's cool. Fine Finality. More lands. More lands and foil. Savage Twister. Then some other... Well, I'll pull a Command Tower aside. Alright. Not too bad. This is actually a random pile of keepables, which I was not expecting. So, I don't feel too bad. I'll pull that Daxos just because. Angel, this also used to be a rare once upon a time. Not anymore. Mishra's Bauble still has a little bit of value. Cold-Eyed Selkie. Crash of Rhino Beetles. Don't know about that, but I'll pull it aside. Anything I'm ever not sure about, I'll just add it to my pile and I'll just look later. I'm a big believer of I'd rather go ahead and have it separated, so when I'm looking up stuff later, it's all good. And if it ends up not being worth anything, it's not worth anything, right? But it's a lot easier to pull out of your already separated piles than to dig through to retrieve something. Especially if it's something like this where I'm not going to be 100% sure where something is. You know, whereas if it's part of my existing collection, I already know roughly what box or something it's in or what section. So it won't take me very long to go dig something out if I know it exists there. But in something like this, I'd just be going through every card in the collection until I hit it, most likely. And there's a good chance that a chunk of these are going to end up in one of my bulk boxes that I just sell anyway at the end. Matter of fact, I just recently saved up, I believe it was the equivalent of about 9 5-row boxes and sold those to someone. We did part cash, part trade though. And he was happy, I was happy, so it's one of those deals that just works out for everyone. Alright. Another Swords to Plowshare. Don't hate that. More miscellaneous foils. Foil Grim Dancer. That Sphinx, it's not any good. So many things here. That I'm not pulling out because this one's actually too beat up, really, for me to even want to sell. I could tell that from the front, so I'm not going to bother taking it out of the pile. Not going to really gain anything from that. A bunch of tokens. The tokens, unfortunately, don't really have value. Wish they did. There's a few rare older ones that do, and then some of the I guess, what do we call them, the emblems. You know, there's a few of those that are a little bit here or there. I believe the first zombie double-sided token has a little bit of value. It was in one of the pre-release kits. Might have been... The second time we went back to Innistrad, I think it was that one that had it. But that's one of the few that has any real value. Man, so many of these foil lands, I might have enough to keep and just build into decks. I'm going to be digging that when we actually get to play physical Magic everywhere again. I can have a whole pile of fancy lands. That's going to be awesome. Manalith is pretty sweet. I might put Manalith aside. I might put one of those in my commander deck over the weekend. So let's tuck that away for now. More foil lands. And yet more foil lands. Another special foil mountain. Man, this person, I don't know if they bought them or they got lucky or just collected them or what, but to have so many is pretty wild. Okay, so that's the single row box. Now we're going to grab the other one that had actual sleeves in it. And they are... Oh, okay. So here's an interesting development I didn't realize when we looked at this earlier. Let me move these out of the way. So you can see here. This is... One of these things is not like the other. And I'm going to grab one of these at random. Okay, so the sleeved cards are Magic cards. That was my first concern. These are Yu-Gi-Oh cards. For those who don't play Yu-Gi-Oh, it's another trading card game. I'm going to take a quick perusal through these, because I do know a little bit about other card games, and that's beneficial as well. So when stuff like this happens, I can offload some of this to the right sources. And these actually... it doesn't look like a big hitter type Yu-Gi-Oh collection, but some of these we could probably move. And this is another one without knowing the game or knowing the collection. It's going to be a little hard for you to move some of it, so you kind of got to get versed over time. Kind of like a lot of people right now trying to get back into Pokemon, and that's a weird thing for people because they don't know as much as they think they know. Alright, so this isn't a bad pile. Not a lot. I bet if I were to go individually price these, they're probably in the ballpark of 80-ish bucks, 70-ish bucks. I might get to buy list those for like $25, $30. So that's not the worst thing. Extra value. You know, we'll take that. All right. Okay. This is the good news. I flipped this over. We saw a foil and we saw a rare. So we know there's more stuff in here. All right. Heraldic Banner, not so much. I'm going to have to make 2 piles here, I think. Dovin's Veto. Okay, maybe I was wrong. These are not... Okay. I was about to say, maybe these aren't rares. And oh, gosh. What happened to this sleeve? That thing's just busted. Okay. Oh, wait. Some of these are kind of thick. Oh, wait. Some of these have more than 1 card in them. Oh, they're duplicates. Okay, so I guess if I ever fail a thick one, there are just 2 cards in there. Alright, we're learning things. The Giant will keep... Oh, I had somebody who wanted a Zerasand too. Look at that. If you're watching this, I'm not going to call out people. But if you were watching this, congratulations. This is coming your way. Demir's Signets, I don't think I need. Triomes, we definitely want. Into the Wilds. High Tides. Tokens, we don't need. However, though, I'm trying to keep a feel for the thickness of these as I go along. Because I'm not sure. Okay, that's duplicate also. I'm assuming these are going to be all the same card, but you never know what people do sometimes with collections. I've had many times where I've pulled cards out of a binder sleeve and the stuff behind it was more expensive than what was being displayed. Sundering Titan. So you got to be careful about that. This is the, I believe, was this the Buy a Box pack leader, I think is what that was. Okay. Ooh, a full art foil Scavenging Ooze. Alright, I'm digging that. Luna. Ooh, and Anissa. Alright, now we're getting there. Kinra. Hey, alright, now we're into a groove. This is all playable stuff here. Zancha. This is the Commander deck one. Or not Commander deck, the Planeswalker deck one. Not as good. Our third Sea Dasher Octopus. Garuda. Snoop. Yorion. Mana Reflection. That's cool. I don't need any more real, like, Urza lands. I feel like we have so many. Realm Cloak Giant. Is that a foil? It is a foil. Woe Strider. Okay. I may put that over here. Another Mishra's Bauble. Myth Unbound. Geth. Winter. Okay, that's not bad. That's actually pretty good. Oh, there's some other cards that were stuck in the box here. Hold on a second. These were snuck over to the side. Looks like they're Sanctum foil, Aegis of Insight. I guess there's 2 of those in there with another busted sleeve. But yeah, there's 2 of them. And a Solemn Simulacrum. So yeah, that was not bad to have just stuck over there. Let's see what this is. These are the last of the cards. Well, okay, that's a way to start on the last part. Oh, wait, and this is thick. Oh, yeah. All right. All right, so Soul Rings, you can trade, sell these all day. Like, even on sell lists for vendors, they'll sell for $3 to $5 all the time. You can normally get $1 to $2 for these, depending on time of year you move them. So, always pick up Soul Rings. I'll never say no to a Soul Ring, let me tell you. Peer into the Abyss. Okay. Underworld Breach. Safara. Decimate. Alright. These aren't particularly big cards. Not like the other pile was. I was more impressed with the other pile. But this has 2 of these. Yep. Alright. Cruel Celebrant. You know what? We'll keep that over here. And it looks like there's 2 of those as well. Reality Shift. Mole Drifters seem to get a few 50-cent pulls here and there if you look around on lists, so always keep those. Ascription of Abundance. I'm a big fan of this card. I feel like if I was playing more paper Magic right now, I'd probably be playing a ton of those. Sun Titan's always good for Commander. This feels like there's more than one in there. There is. Archons, Curse. Is that a foil? It is a foil. Okay. Village Rites. All right, this wasn't too bad. Not too bad. There's another foil. And utter in. All right, well, okay. So now that y'all have seen everything here, that's everything. We went through it all. What do y'all believe I paid for this? So now that you had your initial offer, and before we really knew what was in here, and I'd only seen a few cards, and y'all had kind of the same information I had, and I asked you to put in what you thought I paid for it. Now that you've seen everything, see if I can get these on camera all nice. What do you think I paid for these piles? Give you all a few minutes, and then I'll hop over to the other camera while y'all do that. Whew. All right, so that wasn't too bad. That's why that was a good size collection. That's why I wanted to share it with y'all. Like, it was good for camera time. I'm not gonna have to edit out a bunch of stuff of me just going through things that are boring. I don't have to play it in like 3x speed or anything. Y'all kind of got to go through it real time like I would had I just, well, yeah, like I just did. I just acquired it, open it up, go through it with you. But big reveal, I paid $100. And you know, like, you look at that and say, like, really, just $100? Like, and I will say this, like, I talked the person down because I couldn't get them to share pictures with me that said enough of what was in the collection. So, you know, if I have to buy it sight unseen, I see if I can talk the price down. And sometimes I would pay significantly more if I could just see everything that was in there. Obviously, this was worth way more than $100. So we're going to do well on this. I got a couple things for some listeners and viewers that are over in the Discord, so I'll take care of them. And then I have a bunch of stuff I get to keep for myself. So I might double or triple my money and still have cards I get to keep. So that's a good deal all around for $100. One thing I will say is when you're buying collections, just be very careful. You know, even something like this, when the price is almost too good, you know, when it feels that way, I always try to get provenance as to where the collection came from. Like, I try to figure out, do they know anything about it or whatever? Because if it's stolen, I don't want to have anything to do with it. I don't want to be part of that. You know, I don't want anybody coming after me. I don't want to have to answer any questions from police. So, like, I do my best to not buy stolen stuff. Now, this collection obviously looks like it was played, somewhat even curated, how some of the cards were separated. The person I spoke to was able to speak about what was in here, other than just like a couple of card prices that they might have looked up to be able to sell it. You know, they kind of knew, like, well, yeah, I had this deck that I took apart, blah, blah, and like that holds up, you know, after the fact. So I didn't know that when I made the initial offer, but I did talk to him when I was making the purchase, just so y'all know. But yeah, I was really happy with this. This is really fun. Please let me know down in the comments if you are interested in seeing more of this stuff, or the behind the scenes process of acquiring things, buying things, selling things. I can cover more of that here on the channel, or if this is just terribly boring to you and you could care less if you ever see it again. I am fine either way. I just would like the feedback so I know what y'all want to see. Because as much as I enjoy making this content, it's really about if y'all enjoy watching this content or interacting with the content, like I've been asking down in the comments. Either way. I want to say again, if you would like to support the channel, know that we do have merchandise available. If you want to come join my Discord that I mentioned 2 or 3 times, or follow me over on Twitch on my streams there, or even just come BS around on Twitter, all those links for everything are down in the description below. And if you haven't, please consider hitting that like button, because that helps us out getting in front of more people. If you hit the subscribe button, that helps me out to show other people that you're interested. And if you hit the notification bell, that lets you know every time I have a video up, even when it's something like this. But that's all I have for you for now. We'll see you next time.